Assalamu alaikum. This is Btv-Chattogram welcoming you to the English news from Btv-Chattogram. Let's begin with the headlines. Exporters Association of Bangladesh estimates 12,000 crore taka loss from fire at Hazrat Shahjalal International Airport cargo village. Top 10 round of Bangladesh television's popular talent hunt show Notun Kuri begins to continue till October 29th. BIWTC launches pilot tourist service with a refurbished paddle steamer on popular Dhaka-Jodhpur-Borishal route. Controversial bill proposing annexation of Palestinian West Bank into Israel preliminarily approved in Israeli parliament. And Bangladesh national women's football team suffered 3-0 defeat to Thailand in FIFA International Friendly Series in Bangkok. Viewers, those are the headlines. Now moving on to the details. Exporters Association of Bangladesh (EAB) has estimated losses amounting to $1 billion or around 12,000 crore taka from the devastating fire that broke out at the cargo village of Hazrat Shahjalal International Airport. EAB leaders said it is still difficult to determine the exact extent of the damage, noting that the raw materials destroyed in the blaze will make it impossible to produce and export finished good, leading to further indirect losses. Business leaders said that the government is showing insincerity in assessing the damages and determining necessary measures for both big industries and small exporters and importers affected by the incident. They said that the fire at one of the country's key import-export hubs and the delay in bringing it under control have created concern among exporters as well as foreign buyers. They also called for a thorough investigation to determine whether the series of recent fires in different parts of the country were acts of sabotage. Business leaders said that the fire at the airport's cargo village serves as a major warning for the country's export-oriented industries. They urged the authorities concerned to make greater responsibility in ensuring maximum security at the cargo village to prevent such incidents in the future. Meanwhile, the Insurance Development and Regulatory Authority (IDRA) said the letters have already been sent to several insurance companies to obtain details about the governance and coverage of business insurance policies and the extent of the losses. IDRA said it will conduct special monitoring to ensure the speedy settlement of insurance claims for affected insured companies. The popular talent hunt show Notun Kuri has entered its top 10 round from today. The top 10 round of the competition began with 4 categories: acting, dance, modern songs, and Nuzrul songs. On the opening day, 53 contestants took part in the event. In this round, 240 contestants from Group A and Group B are competing in 12 categories on their dream stage. However, as several participants scored equal marks, the number of contestants has increased to 279. The round will continue until 29th of October. From this phase, top 5 performers will be selected for the grooming sessions and the grand finale. Before the competition began, a briefing session was held between Bangladesh Television Director General Mahbubul Alam and the judges, where the marking process for the top 10 round was discussed. The top 10 round of Notun Kuri will continue for 6 consecutive days. Organized by Bangladesh Television, this competition is not just a television show. It is a vibrant platform for discovering the stars of tomorrow. The Bangladesh Inland Water Transport Corporation BIWTC today launched a pilot tourist service using the iconic fully refurbished paddle steamer PS Masud on the popular Dhaka-Chattogram route. Shipping Advisor Brigadier General RETD Dr. M. Shakwat Hussain inaugurated the official trial run today. The official inauguration of the Dhaka-Borshal route will take place on November 15th, after which it will operate as a regular tourism service. The new schedule caters specifically to tourism departing from Dhaka to Borshal every Friday and returning from Borshal to Dhaka on Saturdays. This move marks the revival of the country's historic rocket steamer service, offering both locals and tourists a unique heritage-rich journey across Bangladesh's stunning riverine landscape. This initiative is a significant step by BIWTC to preserve the classic river vessels, which have long been an integral part of the life and commerce in the country's southern regions. Officials hope that the service will be a major draw for heritage tourism. A day-long workshop on the occasion of the ongoing typhoid vaccination campaign 2025 was held in Chattogram today. Divisional Commissioner Dr. Muhammad Ziauddin was the chief guest at the workshop organized by the National Institute of Mass Communication at the local circuit house. National Institute of Mass Communication Director General Muhammad Hiruz-Zaman presided over, while DIG of Chattogram Range of Police Muhammad Hassan Habib Bolash, Divisional Health Director Dr. Sheikh Fozle Rabbi, Deputy Commissioner Muhammad Saiful Islam, UNICEF Chattogram Head Madhuri Banerjee, and Director of National Institute of Mass Communication Musammad Rahima Akhtar, among others, addressed the occasion. Journalists from various electronic and print media working in Chattogram participated in the workshop. Now, international news. A controversial bill proposing the annexation of the Palestinian West Bank into Israel has received preliminary approval in the Israeli parliament. The move has drawn strong condemnation from Palestine, Qatar, Jordan, and several other countries. U.S. President Donald Trump has also expressed outrage, warning that Israel would lose all U.S. support if it proceeds with the plan. The bill was approved in Israel's Knesset on Wednesday by a narrow margin of 25 to 24 voters. To become law, the proposal must pass 4 rounds of voting. This was the first stage. The bill will now be forwarded to the Knesset's Foreign Affairs and Defense Committee for further discussion. On the same day, another bill to annex the Jewish settlement of Ma'ale Adumim in the West Bank to Israel was also approved by 31 to 9 votes. The first bill approved on Wednesday was introduced by lawmakers outside the ruling coalition led by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Netanyahu's Likud party did not support the proposal, although 2 coalition partners, National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir and Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich, voted in favor. The approval came at a time when a ceasefire in Gaza is underway under President Trump's 20-point peace plan. Just a month ago, Trump has declared that he would not allow Israel to annex the West Bank. The vote coincided with a visit to Israel by U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance, who was in Tel Aviv on Thursday to discuss the extension of the Gaza ceasefire. At least 10 people have been killed in an explosion in an ammunition factory in Russia's Ural region, according to a local governor. BBC, citing Governor Alexei Texler, reports that the blast occurred in the Kopysk region and district of the Chelyabinsk region, injuring at least 19 others. Authorities have not yet confirmed the cause of the explosion. However, Governor Texler firmly denied that it was the result of a drone attack. The first reports of the explosion emerged late Wednesday night. The governor added that the 12 factory workers are still missing. United States President Donald Trump said all trade talks with Canada have been terminated following what he called a fraudulent television advertisement in which the late president Ronald Reagan spoke negatively about tariffs. The Ronald Reagan Foundation has just announced that Canada has fraudulently used an advertisement which is fake, featuring Ronald Reagan speaking negatively about tariffs, Trump wrote on his Truth Social platform late on Thursday. The ad was for about $75,000. They only did this to interfere with the decision of the U.S. Supreme Court and other courts, Trump wrote. Based on their egregious behavior, all trade negotiations with Canada are hereby terminated, Trump added. At least 40 African migrants, including infants, drowned on Wednesday while attempting to illegally reach Europe from Tunisia's eastern coast, local authorities reported. A vessel carrying approximately 70 sub-Saharan African migrants sank off Salangta in the Mahdia Governorate early Wednesday, Tunisian private radio station Mosaic FM said. 40 people died in the incident, while 30 were rescued by the Tunisian Coast Guard, the radio quoted Walid Chituri, spokesperson for the Mahdia Primary Court, as saying. The prosecutor's office has opened an investigation into the tragedy, Chituri added. Tunisia faces growing pressure from the EU to enhance coastal monitoring and prevent migrant boats from departing. A passenger bus has erupted in flames after a crash with a motorcycle, killing at least 25 people and injuring several others in southern India, police said. The fire ripped through the bus today within minutes, trapping dozens of passengers on board, many of whom were sleeping as it drove along a highway near Kurnool district in Andhra Pradesh state, senior police official Vikrant Patel said. Some managed to smash open windows and leap to safety with minor injuries, while others were burned to death before help could arrive, Patel said, according to the Associated Press news agency. 18 passengers managed to escape from the burning bus and are being treated for injuries. It is not clear if there were others on the bus who managed to escape. The motorcycle rammed into the speeding bus from behind and got stuck, Patel said. It was dragged for some distance, causing sparks from engulfed the bus's fuel tank. As the smoke started spreading, the driver stopped the bus and tried to put the fire out by using a fire extinguisher, but the fire was so intense he couldn't control it, Patel added.